Yeah.
Yay. That's a harvest song.
That is a harvest song.
It's a harvest song.
Oh, hell, let's finish it. Und
die Karschen liebster meine. The cherries.
Seinen schwarz wie deine Augen. Ungeschotten auf die Bäume. Und die Zweigen sich rasch beugen. Und die Zweigen sich rasch beugen. Komm zuvor, liebster meiner, und genug scheuen uns zu träumen. Reif und zeitig ist mein Liebe, wie's ist zeitig meine Träumen. Wie's ist zeitig meine Freundin. Thanks. Oh yeah, sure, Allison. That was our sound check.
Sound check.
Wait, could I maybe should probably put a little guitar somewhere.
Do you want to borrow this?
Hey, everybody. I'm so excited. Okay, I heard a great quote just now. I would walk to the ends of the earth to hear Daniel Kahn play. And Daniel Kahn comes from pretty much the other side of the earth to be here, to play for us. So how lucky are we? Give me a round of applause if you've ever heard this gentleman. Okay, and give me another round of applause if you've not heard this gentleman. Oh my gosh, you're in for such a treat. He's always reinventing himself, and he just sounds amazing. He came all the way from Berlin and brought these incredible people. I would like to introduce you to Sarah Gordon right here. And then over there playing that beautiful violin is Jake Schulman-Ment. And this is Daniel Kahn. Yeah. And we would walk to the ends of the earth to hear you play. So play for us now. Everybody, big round of applause.
Thank you, Allison. Thank you all. So, good evening. It's always an honor and a pleasure to be here back home. And it's a particular honor and a privilege. It's a pressure and a privilege to be here with my dear friends, Jake, whom you know, he was here last year with the Painted Bird. He's been here many times. And for the first time ever at Earthwork, Sarah Gordon. You just heard a sound check with a suggestive Soviet Yiddish fake lore ballad about fruit. It's a kind of in praise of ripeness and juice. It's a very juicy ballad.
Yeah, like Lizzo.
It's literally... It's... Just to translate a couple of lines from it, the watermelons are ripe. They're bursting with juice. Ripe and ready is my love, just like my plums.
It's real. Sexy folk.
So, sexy fruit. Okay, Yiddish. Let's sing a sad song. Yeah. It's a sad and sweet song. This is by Bela Schechter Gottesman, who was a wonderful Yiddish poet, songwriter, composer, and painter. And we'll sing it in her Yiddish and my English as well. And it's called Herbstlied, Autumn Song.
Herbst und was gegrint vergelt verwianet. Und es ist Herbst und was geblieht vergeht. Und ich was grad gemeint ist ständig Frühling. Und halt in Hand die ganze Ewigkeit.
Autumn's here, and what was green is gold and withered. Autumn's here, the summer's at an end. I thought somehow that it could last forever. I thought I held forever in my hand. Oh, all the leaves are falling. Oh, the summer days are gone. Oh, the fog is in the valley. So how am I to know the road I'm on?
Krabbenfegel sagen treurig seid gesund ihr. Kracht's im Fenster und es klockt der Wind. Oh, wie wollt ihr jetzt da weg von dannen? So nach Grin, nach der Frühling grin.
Well, the birds are headed south outside my window. And the rain lets out a high, lonesome sigh. It whispers how it wishes it was somewhere far away, where summer fills the sky. Oh, all the leaves are falling. Oh, the days all slip away. Oh, the fog is in the valley. How can November ever turn to May? Rain falls down like racing wild horses, fall into the ground so hard and cold. It asks me why I'm always waiting on the springtime, when fall is where the year spins all its gold. Flyter regn, a galopp av vilden fjäder. Räumt mir eine så der hat mich hold. Då vars darfst warten auf den Frühling. Wenn's hat der Rosschen voll der Keuschens gold. Oh, all the leaves are falling. Oh, it's darker every day. Oh, the fog is all around me. So how am I to ever find my way? Oh, fallen dicke Blätter. Oh, fliehen dicke Tag. Oh, wie welch jetzt der Blonde. Wenn's liegt Gedicht der Nebel auf meine. been a miller day by day. The wheels turn and grind, they mill away the time till I'm old and cold and gray. The days roll past me, they seem to ask me if my last cards have all been played. I watch the turning gears, the days turn into years. There ain't no answer I can say. Wie viel Jahren zijn in vervoren, seit ich bin milde, Otado. Die Räder drehen sich, die Jahren gehen sich. Ich bin schon alt und greis und grau. Ich geh gezogen, werd mich verjogen, Arroz von Dorf und von der Meer. Die Räder drehen sich, die Jahren gehen sich, ohne Neck und ohne Ziel. Folks, they told me the mill is closing and I must leave my town, my mill. The wheels won't turn no more and I won't earn no more. They broke my back, they broke my will. Will ich wohnen, wird mich scheuen. Ich bin schon alt, ich bin schon nie. Die Räder drehen sich, die Jahren gehen sich. Verläuft mit sich, geht aus der Ain't got no home now. I'm on my own now. I am too old to start again. I was a miller here. I cry miller's tears. I come like dust and go like wind. Come like dust and go like wind. And Sarah Gordon and Jake Schulman Mint. So it was really here at this farm many, many years ago that I truly learned the vernacular of American folk culture and soul and song. And many of the people who are here are ghosts inside all of the music that I live and sing. And I when I'm not here, and I love to see all of my dear friends when I come back here every year. And it was through this connection with folk music and with song as a connective community lifeblood that brought me actually to the Yiddish music world and the Yiddish culture world. And when I came there in 2004, I met Sarah and Jake, and yeah, it's real special to be here doing these songs. I could give you all kinds of reasons why there's like cultural and identity and political and historical connections with the Yiddish language and having to do with transnationality and anti-fascism and love of food. But the fact is, it's just a beautiful language that I love and that I've come to live in partly. And Sarah had a lot to do with that. She grew up singing these songs and this language. So to be here with this collection of songs, it's a small crop of songs that we put together this last summer that are at a kind of crossroads between American and Yiddish, or American, Anglo-American, folk culture and Yiddish folk culture. So we're gonna do a song now that Sarah wanted to do, and I'm so glad that she had this idea. Tell us about it.
Well, you can tell us about it too. When we were talking about the folk that we grew up with, the albums that we grew up with, one of the albums I would take over and over again off of the shelf, my mom's LP player was Kate Wolf's Golden California, which is like an amazing collection of so many of hers. And Dan has a version of The Miller's Tears, De Milner's Tränen, and I was like, I really love this song, Telluride, and it's also about a mill, so can we maybe make it work? And Dan was like, I don't think it works in Yiddish, but maybe. And then he was like, it can't work. And then about 4 hours later, I got a very late night message that was like, I think I figured it out. So.
And this one's about a sawmill, so we'll send this out to Bob. Can I have a little more guitar in here, please? Oh, there it is. That's nice.
On my way to the Telluride sawmill today, I thought of an old friend who'd long gone away. He took to traveling when he turned 17, and I stayed at home with the family.
Auf dem Weg zu der Telluride sawmill heim gedenke ich a Chaver, a verlorenem Freund. Mit 17 Jahren ist weg auf Navenha, und da in der Heim bin ich geblieben.
A collector of dreams was my old friend. He talked about the time yet to come. But I took to working at the Telluride sawmill, and I've been there since I turned 21. And the river keeps rolling past the South County line. I'd love to roll with it, but I've run out of time. The days roll by like the logs at the river, and I know I ain't getting no younger.
Heppische Luftmensch ist mein Chaver gewesen, geträumt von a schönerer Welt. Nur hat mich geheiert in der Telluride sawmill, sind demol verdien ich dort Geld.
We were kids growing up in the Rockies, never wanting to grow up at all. But I found a family and he found the rails. He left on the train for
wachsen kein Mond. Es kommt mir am Spoche und es kommt in die Bahn. Gefahren ist kein St. Paul. Das Wasser wandert zu einer Brege so weit. Ich wollt gern gewandert, nur mir bleibt nicht kein Zeit. Und es drehen sich weiter die Tage wie die Sägen. Wenn es der Mond mich mir selten in mein Chaver. Verspielt schon die Zeit.
Tell you right,
Tell you right.
have I just been wasting my time?
So, Sarah is, she's a folkie at heart, but actually she has an amazing record that we have some copies of at the merch tent. It's a record that she made with her band Yiddish Princess, and it's kind of 80s hair metal versions of classic Yiddish folk songs from the 20th century, played with one of the tightest like hard rock combos in New York City, 2 electric guitars, like a killer bassist and a drummer and like synths, lots of synths. She does a version of the Milner's Tränen, the one that we did earlier. Oh, wie viel Jahren sind vor? It's like really great.
Yeah.
You should check it out. Yiddish Princess.
Why not?
So,
It was a band made to go with the name.
yeah, it's the band and the record. It's a. How long is the band? Like how many songs long is the band?
12,
It's like a 12-song band,
give or take.
and it's
10 solid. 10
it's a solid 10-song band. Do you guys remember there was a punk band in Ann Arbor called 7 Songs, and all they had were 7 songs? So this is a. Oh, yikes. We're gonna play a tune now written by our own Jake Schulman here. Jake and I recorded this. Well, he has it on one of his records, and we recorded it on a Painted Bird album several years ago on Bad Old Songs. I asked him what it's called. He didn't know, and you said it was like a funeral wedding march.
It's like it's a funeral march for a wedding.
A funeral march for a wedding. And so we titled it The Marriage Hearse, which is a quote from William Blake. And we'll mix that with an orphan's lament that I wrote to a tune by our friend Michael Winograd. And we'll mix that. This is a bit of a salad. This is like one of those beers that we've been having. It has a lot of things in it.
And is it fruity?
It's not so fruitful. We'll mix that with a Dave Van Ronk tune that we know.
wie Wolken wiegelt sich die Welt herum. What is mein Neppel dik fett, trocken dik a Säckele mit der ich bin a Jossem, schleppen dik die Welt herum, suchen dik Hebel, suchen dik Geld, suchen dik a Taten, wo sich fällt.
He was a friend of mine. Yes, he was a friend of mine. Never had no money to pay for his fine. Yeah, he was a friend of mine. He died on the road. He died on the road. Never had no money to pay for his board. He was a friend of mine.
Zwischen Fremde geh ich allein und mein Kopf a Kischele von Stein. Keiner nicht auf, es kennt mich scheunen, nicht in geht zu mir du. I stole away and cried. I stole away and cried. Never had much money and I can't be satisfied. He was a friend of mine. He was a friend of mine. He was a friend of mine. Every time I hear his name,
I just can't keep from crying. He was a friend of mine.
wollte ich gewähnt, a kleine Nachtigall, wollte ich geflogen auf a Strahl, a Räuf in Himmel zu neuer Heim, mit Mutter und Vater auf und ein. Aber mein Umet, grob und krug, halt mich auf den Boden wie ein Anker. Das Pferd hat mich vertrieben, die Erde ist kalt und Sturm, ich bin verjossen und verwollt und der Winter kommt schon zu gehen, stu der Himmel werden gora Gräue. Und die Zeit ist wie ein Fläschel, geledig scheun von Wein, mit Umet, Umet, Umet,
Thank you. We're going to play a song that I've never sung before. And in that I've never sung this before, they've also never sung or played it before. This is a song by Mordechai Gebirtig. Mordechai Gebirtig has been called the Yiddish Woody Guthrie. I might even say that Woody Guthrie was the American Mordechai Gebirtig. He wrote thousands of songs, lived in Krakow, Poland. He died in the Second World War and was murdered. And this is a song that he wrote, and I've sung it in Yiddish for a couple of years. It's called Der Singer von Neut, the singer of want or need or lack. And I always just sang it in Yiddish. I didn't have a translation for it. But last week, Yeva and I were in Mexico City and a couple of other places, and it was our first time really spending time in that beautiful country. And I was thinking a lot about how obscenely stratified this world is economically, and it brought this song to mind. And it's a song that Gebirtig wrote really to himself. It's a very self-deprecating and self-critical song. And so, I was thinking about it. So this is, I guess, a song that I'm singing to myself in front of everybody here and with these fine people. Der Singer von Neut, the singer of want, the singer of need.
Du armer narischer Singer, bist noch in dein Fach nicht geniet. Du kriegst nur in gewirische Häfen, ze hat dort an Obklang dein Lied. Du kriegst nur in gewirische Häfen, ze hat dort an Obklang dein Lied. You poor little fool of a singer, you're going about it all wrong, crawling to courtyards of plenty, seeking an ear for your song, crawling to courtyards of plenty, seeking an ear for your song. In the houses of wealth and of plenty, your fortune will never be found. You may find a pitiful penny, but your singing will never resound. You may find a pitiful penny, but your singing will never resound. Du willst auf dein Singen gewinnen, in Geld euch verdienen dabei. Geistig sein Ohren a Stieblach, Geist sing deine Liedlach versei. Geistig sein Ohren a Stieblach, Geist sing deine Liedlach versei. You long for a living in music and greatness and glory and more. We'll sing for the ones who can use it, the lowly, the lonely and poor. Yes, sing for the ones who can use it, the lowly, lonely and poor. And sing of their sorrows and troubles, sing of their hunger and need, of their shanties and tenement hovels, afflicted by sickness and greed, of their shanties and tenement hovels, afflicted by sickness and greed, of innocent refugee children, torn from their own mother's breast, shackled and thrown into prison on the border between life and death, shackled and thrown into prison on the border between life and death. So singen sie die treurigen Lieder. Sie sind geschaffen für sie. Dein Liedle wird dort begleiten, a hilfiger junger Geschrei. Dein Liedle wird dort begleiten, a hilfiger junger Geschrei. Yes, sing for the weak and the weary, though they already know their own song. Your singing may save you from hearing their misery wailing alone. Your singing may save you from hearing their misery wailing alone.
We're going to play a Yiddish song by Robert Zimmerman. I don't understand this song in English, so I translated it into Yiddish, and I still don't understand it. But at least now you won't either.
Rachmones auf ein Immigrant, was bedeuert verlosen sein Heim, was schafft der Welt mit Beiskeit und bleibt zum Sof allein. Der, was schwindelt mit die Hand und scheckert durch die Zähne, was fahr sein Leben hat nur Feind und Meure für sein Vergehen. Rachmones auf ein Immigrant, wo schleppt sein Koyech ist im Siehst. Sein Himmel ist ein Eisenwand, sein Jamm von Tränen gießt. Fresst nur, wer nicht kein Mal satt, hört nur, bleibt als blind. Verliebt sich in Gewirrschaft und verwahrlost mich als Kind.
We played that at this Yiddish book center in Massachusetts, and this guy came up to me and he said, "If you're gonna sing Bob Dylan, you gotta do Blowing in the Wind. But if you ask me, he sounds better in English." Amazing comments.
Everybody has an opinion.
Class A Nudnik.
It was Stephen Colbert said, "Opinions are like demo tapes. Everyone has one, and I don't want to hear yours." Yeah. So tell us about this song, Sarah.
This song is Arbeiter Freuen, Working Women, and it was written by David Edelstadt, who was an amazing poet, but his day job was that he was a button maker. He actually died out in, I think, Denver when he was 27 years old because he had lung infections from working with buttons. But his songs spread all over, and this song was sung by labor demonstrators in New York, but also throughout Europe. Just kind of the amazing power of songs, and this is in the late 19th century, so they traveled with people. This song is, a song to working women, asking them to not just stand on the sidelines, that we all need to be together. And recently, somebody said that they sang it for their mother, and she said, am I allowed to curse?
Please.
Yeah. She said, not a fucking other union maid. I can't. And because I think like another kind of condescending song. But I have to say, as somebody who recently unionized my workplace, UAW, local 2110, but we're a Quaker school. Private schools. You know that you only need 2 people to join a union with the NLRB? So I'm just saying, if you have a buddy, you can be in a union. But the first day that I wore my pin to work, I was like, here we go. It's public now. I sang Union Maid to myself on the way to work because I needed it. So I'm gonna claim this song because it's useful.
This is on the last Painted Bird record, and Sarah sings lead on that track, but she wasn't here to sing it with us last year, so we'll make up for that now.
Arbeiter freuen, Leiden freuen, was machen in Häusern, Fabrik, was steht ihr von Weiden, was helft ihr nicht borgen, dem Tempel von Freiheit, von menschlichem Glück, helft uns tragen dem Mangel, dem Reuten, vorwärts durch Sturm, durch finstere Nacht, helft uns Wahrheit und Licht zu versprechen, zwischen unwissende Ende Welt.
Hardworking women, powerful women, women who labor in factories and homes. Let's join in their fight, for it's only beginning, and no one should stand in the struggle alone. Let us all carry the red flag together, weathering songs in the dark of the night, building a temple of freedom forever, helping each other to carry the light. How many daughters, sisters, and mothers have given their lives for the things they believe? Mighty as lions, they fight for each other, for freedom and justice and equality. We'll carry the banner as sisters and brothers, waking the world to the light of the day, as friends and companions, as comrades and lovers. Arbiter freuen, show us the way. Helft uns die Welt von ihr Schmutz zu der Heiden, alles opfern, was uns ist lieb, kämpfen zusammen wie mächtige Leben, für Freiheit, für Gleichheit, für unser Prinzip. Ja, da, 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 da,
It's Sarah Gordon and Jake Schulman-Ment. Solidarity forever, seriously. So this is yet another Yiddish translation that I like. We've barely performed this one. It's another one by Robert Zimmerman. You might recognize it. And this is there are way too many people to dedicate this song to. So the word in Yiddish, Befreiung, literally means liberation. But in this case, it means release.
Sagt, die Welt ist voll mit Sonnen. Und mir ein Jahr ist jede Show. Und ich gedenk noch jeden Wonnen, was hat mich verschlossen dort. Mein Morgensohn wird scheinen, soll die Zeit nicht sein zu weit. Kommt der Tag schon, kommt der Tag schon, ich will sein befreit. Sucht der Mensch darf oben Kojen, denn es wird seine ganze Welt verlängert. Ich seh mein Kopfschein in der Hoje, weiter über die Wiese weg. Mein Morgensohn wird scheinen, soll die Zeit nicht sein zu weit. any day now. I shall be relieved. I see my light come shining from the west to the east. I shall be released.
Thank you all. Stay strong and warm and healthy. Seid gesund und stark. Let's hear it for Jake Schulman-Ment and Sarah Gordon.
That's the amazing Daniel Kahn.
Thank you so much, you guys. You were amazing. What'd you guys think of that? That's what I thought of it too. Do you have any CDs over at the merch booth, Dan? He does. He has lots of albums, and you should buy them all and take them home with you because it takes a lot of CDs to fly here from Berlin. Right? Am I right? Okay. So stick around. We have a film that's going to be happening in here, and it's called In Peace We Trust. I trust peace. You guys too? All right, cool. Stick around.